Irashaimase! Hello and welcome to Fitaurus Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Fitaurus. It's time once again for Shoot 'em Up Saturday. And on the menu this Saturday, we've got Cotton Original for the PlayStation 1. Developed by the company Success, this title was originally an arcade title and then would go and receive ports to other consoles. So what kind of taste will this cute shoot 'em up go and have? Let's get cooking and find out. Cotton Original Fantastic Night Dreams. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the game itself. So as I went and mentioned, this is the PlayStation version that we're going and playing, but originally Cotton came out in 1991 in the arcades, published by Sega at that point in time. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the title did even go and receive release in US arcades as well, which is somewhat surprising for the time, you know, the cutesy anime aesthetic and everything. I'm not sure if it would have necessarily been a popular choice to go and bring a title like this stateside, but that was definitely the case. And then the title would also go and receive a port to the TurboGrafx-16 PC Engine CD, and interestingly enough, that was also a title that we went and received in the United States, which is surprising to go and say the least. Definitely not saying anything it's a bad title or it's one that you would expect not to go and see localized, but a lot of times shoot 'em ups, in particular ones with cute aesthetics, have often been overlooked for the US market as far as localization is concerned. And then, you know, fast forward to 1999 and we go and get the Cotton Original port, which to the best of my knowledge is actually a relatively faithful port to the original arcade version. So as far as Cotton itself, you have like a relatively standard mechanics. You know, you go and move around in your usual side-scrolling fashion. And there you've got two main forms of attack. There's our forward shot, and then we also go and have a bomb that we can go and throw along the ground. And this boss, that's kind of a joke. In addition to the forward shot and the bomb, you can go and charge up both. If you go and charge up the bomb, it goes and sends your fairy friend, whose name is Silk, or any other, it's the additional fairies you go and have after the enemies. Or in the case of our forward shot, if we go and charge it up, then we go and unleash one of the magic attacks that you see built up there in the bottom right of the screen. Our main character, Cotton, is, you know, the witch who's like trying, well, I wouldn't necessarily say she's trying to go and save like the world. That's kind of what she was asked to go and do, but she's all in it just to go and obtain these candies called willows that I guess are important for more than just having as snacks, food. Ouch. So it is a little bit brutal in that it's a one-hit KO system. You go and get hit once, you're dead. And if you you go and lose one level of your shot power, which we're going and building up from collecting these crystals. We go and pick them up as yellow, we gain experience. We pick them up as like red or blue, then we go and get additional magic attacks. So it all depends on what you're after. The magic attacks themselves are quite powerful. We'll just go and take this like mini boss out with just one hit. As far as the fairy charged attack, it's definitely serviceable, that's for sure. I am doing terrible at picking up these crystals. Another thing to go and note about Cotton, at least the original, well, this is Cotton Original. Bad joke. Anyway, is the theming and the colors of the game itself. So despite going and having a really cute overall aesthetic and a cute protagonist and with the fairies and everything, the original arcade version actually was kind of like dark and almost grim in both its enemies and definitely the stages themselves. The kind of re-envisioning of the series that they went and released for the Super Famicom, Cotton 100%, or Jak%, or however it has gone and said, definitely goes and kind of remedies this by going and giving it a far more colorful color palette. That was definitely one of the hallmarks of the Super Famicom, Super NES itself. That was just uncalled for. Still, it definitely is a fun title, and it's definitely a fun hallmark to be able to go and experience this piece of earlier shoot-'em-up history. Interestingly enough, it's still one that's quite in demand for collectors. So if you're going and looking for obtaining an actual physical copy of this game, be ready to go and drop quite a bit of money. Even the Super Light, which would be kind of like the bargain version of the PlayStation release, goes for easily $80+. And if you're going and looking for the TurboGrafx release, expect to go and pay at least a couple $100s for even a used copy of that one. It's definitely kind of insane just the kind of prices some of these older shoot-'em-ups go for from in a collector's market perspective. But to the right people, I would definitely go and say go and be worth it. For my money though, you can go and pick this up on the Japanese PSN for I don't even think like it's about as cheap as equivalent $3-4 exchange rate right now. So, you know, if you're interested in going and playing this title, that's definitely one thing I would go and recommend looking into. Anyway, that'll just about wrap me up for this episode of Shoot 'em Up Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this look at the classic Shoot 'em Up Cotton. And as always, if you go and have other shoot 'em ups you would like to go and suggest that I go and feature on the channel, by all means, please leave those in the comments below. And if there are other games you think I should go and feature on the channel, also please go and suggest those as well. I want to go and thank you so much for coming out to go and enjoying me for this episode of Shoot 'em Up Saturday, and I definitely hope to go and see you again next Saturday.